Hey guys, it's Amy and it's Toy Tuesday, and today I'm talking about one of my favorite franchises in Halloween. So it is Halloween, so I decided to do a Halloween theme for the next couple of weeks. Today I'm talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, and I love Nightmare on Elm Street. I love the first one. The first one I actually saw was the second one, and I saw it on video when we rented it, and I saw the first, like the bus scene. And I remember seeing that and being enthralled. And so I saw the first one. I'd seen the second one on tape. The third one, I believe, I saw in the theater with my friends. And then the fourth one I saw in the theater as well. And I remember my mom took me to see it. So I had to drag my mom to see it. And so I've seen them all. I love them. I think I'm not a big slasher fan, but I think I'm more into the storyline. I love the storyline. So my favorites are the first one and the fourth one. I know everybody loves 3. So I picked 2, and of course these are from Neca, and they do a Halloween series, a Nightmare on Elm Street series, and they also do a Friday the 13th series, which is great, which I'm going to do next week. So I picked 2 that there's actually a couple of them. So this is 1. This is from the first movie, and then this is 3. This is from the third movie. There is a second one, but I didn't grab it. But these are the 2 that I really liked, and I'm gonna unbox these. And I really like these for a few reasons. I love the detail. So I'm gonna go unbox these, and I'll show you what's in here. And these are really cool. So let's start with 1. And so this is from the first Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, with Heather Langenkamp and Robert Englund. And the premise of the movie is, there's this child. I don't know if he was a molester or a murderer. He was a child molester, and I guess he was a murderer too, because a lot of the kids just were disappearing, and nobody knew where they were. And they found out who it was, and they tracked him down to his boiler room, and they killed him. They burned him and killed him. So now he is after the teenagers of the Elm Street parents who killed him in their dreams. So, and his name is Fred Krueger. And so, let's take Freddy out. And Freddy is really detailed. So this set comes with a action figure Freddy, which I'm going to take out. Hold on, this was really easy to get out. So I'm going to take this out. Let's see. Freddy. So, and I really like the reason I like Nightmare on Elm Street is Freddy got less scary in the later films and more funny. He was, but I like the Freddy. I like the scary Freddy as much as I love the silly, funny Freddy as well. He had very creative ways of killing the teenagers. So here is our Freddy figure, and he has his signature knives, if you can see on his hand. I don't know if his head comes off or his hand comes off. But here is his little hat that he wears on his head. And I guess he comes with other heads. So here we go. So here's what we got. And here's the box. Let's see. So, I can get this tape off. Just do the X-Acto knife. That's why I have my handy X-Acto knife. So I really like this series because it really goes into some of the things. Oh, and these are really cool. Okay, so here is the phone, and this is a phone that, if you don't remember, in the first movie where Nancy, or Heather Langenkamp, Nancy, is trying to call her boyfriend Glenn, and she's trying to call him, and I think she's asleep, and the phone becomes a mouth and a tongue, and sticks his tongue into her face, and she had actually ripped the phone out of the wall and wrapped the cord around the phone, and that's when it called her, and she picked up the phone, and the tongue comes out, and I like the fact that it's the little tongue in the mouth. So that's the phone, and here we've got another extra hand. And this one has, there's a scene, I don't know if you can take his hand off. Can you take his hand off? How do you take his hand off? Does it come off? Well, how do you do that? So he's got extra heads. Oh, I guess his head, oh, his head comes off. So his head comes off, and his hand must come off too. So here's Scary Freddy's head. That's the regular head. And then here is, his hand must come off too. Oh, there we go. So his hand comes off. So this is the glove. This is just the regular glove with the knives attached to it. And if you're going to make one of these, don't use butter knives, because I tried that in 2nd grade, and I couldn't get my hand off the table. So it doesn't work with butter knives. So let's see. So here's the second hand. Now this is a scene in the movie where Tina is, or no, I think it's Nancy, is dreaming about Freddy, and she's running away from him, and he cuts his fingers off, and this green slime comes out of his fingers. And this is the green slime finger. He cuts his fingers off. So that's a little green slime that comes out of his hand. So that's really cool. And let's see, put his hat on. Here's his hat. And then we also have another couple heads. So we have a head here that is smiling, or is scary. Let's see, we have an extra head. So this one is Angry Freddy. And this one is creepy, smiley, laughing Freddy. So we'll put his head on. So that's his head. So that's Scary Freddy. And then we have another head here. Now this head is a scene in the movie where I believe it's Tina, before she's brutally murdered, where she is running from Freddy, and she turns from him, and he rips off his face, and there's like a skull with like blood coming out of it, and it kind of laughs, and it goes ah ha ha ha, and that's the Scary Freddy. That's a really scary Freddy head. So I've got 3 Freddy heads here. Really cool glove, finger coming out with the slime, and then the phone and his hat. And it also comes with, I find this really interesting, this is a mask. This is the mask that Freddy wears when he's chased, when he's at the front door, and Nancy, is running from him. And I think it's supposed to be, I never could figure it out. And it might be on the box, and I don't have my glasses, but, so I don't know if this is supposed to be Tina, or it's supposed to be Nancy's mother. But while she's running into the house, and Freddy is chasing her, he's wearing this weird mask. And we don't know if that's supposed to be Tina, or it's supposed to be her mother. But he's wearing this really creepy mask. So it also comes with the creepy mask. So that's the first one. That's our Freddy. Here's Freddy. What? Okay, here's Freddy chasing Tina. But her legs don't move. His foot doesn't stand very well. Kind of stands like my dad. Ah! Okay, he's just attacked Tina. That's okay. He lost his hand. Stay. That's why I need wax. Stay. There we go. Okay, so let's do number 3. So this is 3. And let's see, let's unbox number 3. So this is Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. And this is a favorite of everybody's. I do like this one. But like I said, 1 and 4 are my favorites. I don't know why, I just loved 4. I found it, I think it was 2. I also loved Rick Thies because she was in it. She was also in a show called Just the 10 of Us, which was a spin-off of Growing Pains. I really loved that show, and I loved her. So this is Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and this is The Dream Warriors. And this movie takes place a few years after Heather Langenkamp, or Nancy, is supposed to be graduated from college. And she comes back as a doctor to work at this mental hospital. And the mental hospital has a lot of the kids that are being terrorized by Freddy in their dreams. And they don't know it, but they are all the children of the parents who killed Freddy. So he's coming after them, and they're in a mental hospital. So this is Freddy's number 3. So let's take out Freddy. And Freddy looks the same as our original Freddy. He's a little scarier. If you notice, Freddy in number 1 is much scarier. He's much more angry. He's much more blotchy from the burns. Whoops, killed Tina again. Keeps killing Tina. He's killed Tina. But anyway, Freddy from number 3 is a lot more, if I can get him out of here, if I can get him out of the box. He's a lot more funnier. He kills the people in more interesting ways. And he's hard to get out of the box. But yeah, his makeup is a little more, a little different than number 1. So they really go into detail, and I really like that. I can't get this out of the box. There we go. Here it is. Oh, you know why? I'm an idiot. Because he's stuck in there. Yeah. Let's see. So get Freddy out of the box here. Okay. Ah, why can't I get this out? So I'll just talk while I do this. So I had a friend in high school, actually through kindergarten through high school. I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Joe Krebs, who also loved Freddy. And we would have hour-long conversations about Nightmare on Elm Street, and because I had all the movies on tape, and I was really obsessed with it. But here's Freddy. Here's Freddy, and his makeup's a little different. His head is a little more red. His head is a little more like, I don't know, just kind of a little more, I don't know what you would call it. I guess less blotchy. But yeah, so here's Freddy, and he has his glove again. He has his famous glove. And we've got a couple of heads here, and let's see what we got here. So the first thing I really like about this one is it has the house. And this house is made by Kristen, and Kristen is one of the children of the adults who killed Freddy. And she keeps dreaming about coming to this house and being chased to this house. And in the first one, we learn, or the second one, we learn that this is actually Freddy's house. So if you watch all the movies up to the Freddy's Dead, you find out that actually Freddy actually lived here with his wife and young daughter. And then the Nancy Thompson moved in here. But her mother also killed Freddy, but she lived in this house. So when Nancy comes back, she finds this house in Kristen's room. And she's kind of shocked because she used to live in this house. So this is the house that Kristen is making in the beginning of the film. And she's making it out of paper mache, and she's drinking Coke, or Pepsi. I think she's drinking Coke, and, you know, eating coffee grounds to stay awake. So this is the house that she builds. That Nancy finds. I really like this. This is really cool. So we also have this. So this is a shirt. I don't know if you can. You must be able to put this on him. You must be able to. Oh, you know what? You can take the shirt off. So you can take his shirt off and change his shirt. Which, oh, look, he's out. So you can put the shirt on him, and this is the shirt that he wears when he tears his shirt off. And all the souls of the children that he's killed are on his chest, and they're crying. So here's the shirt where that he tears off. So there's the shirt. That's really cool. So we have the shirt. Let's see. So that what else we got? So there's the shirt. And then we got his hat, of course. We have his hat here. So there's his hat. Let's just hurry. And we've got an extra glove, couple extra gloves. And I didn't realize this when I bought this, and I really thought it was cool. I didn't see this in the picture when I bought this. But this is a glove when he kills, I can't remember her name, but she's the heroin addict that is staying at the insane asylum. And when he kills her, her arm is out, and the little mouths in his arm feed her with these tubes, which like syringes that eventually kill her. So here's the little tubes, and you can put the little tubes on his hand. So let's get rid of his other glove, and we'll put the tubes on his hand. Here's the tubes with the little syringes. Let's put syringes on him. Oh, how can I get this on here? I don't want to break it. I don't want to break this. Ah! I feel like I'm going to break this if I try to put this on here. Ah! Okay, well, it's on here as good as it's going to get. Right, so here's this little tubes. It looks like it's on the wrong hand, too. It should be on this hand. But anyway, all right. So here is another glove. Oh, there's two. So there's actually two gloves that he has. So we have two different syringes. So we've got two different syringe gloves that he kills the girl with. So that's really cool. And then we also have another Freddy head, which is the angry, yelling Freddy head. So here's another Freddy head that comes with this. Here's a Freddy head. Freddy head. Little angry, yelling Freddy head. And these are the two Freddy heads from the original. And then last we have a puppet. And this is when one of the characters in the movie, he is a puppet maker and he makes puppets out of clay. And when he's asleep, Freddy comes in and actually turns into the puppet that he had made, and cuts his legs and uses him as a puppet and eventually cuts the strings and he falls off the building. So this is the puppet, and I thought that was really cool. So these are some really cool, detailed, really like this set. If you're a Nightmare on Elm Street lover, you're going to love this. They weren't that expensive. They were only about $30 a piece. There's also a set, like I said, there was a second set, and the second set comes with the two dogs at the end that have the weird faces in the boiler room when they chase him to the boiler room, him and Lisa. And then there's also a really cool set, an accessory set, and that comes with the TV that Freddy kills the girl in, Jennifer, and when she's sitting in the TV room and she's trying to stay awake and she's watching the Mike Douglas show with Jar Jar Gabor, and Freddy's head comes out of the TV and grabs her, and she hangs herself from the TV. So that was really cool, and it's also got the big Freddy worm that comes out of the ground. But I like this set because they did 1, 2, and 3. I don't know why they didn't do 4. There is a 5 that has Freddy as the chef when he feeds the snotty girl all the food and makes her fat and she explodes. And then I don't think there's a 6. But yeah, they did these really cool. I really enjoy these. So next week I'm going to do Friday the 13th, which I will have. And happy Halloween and happy Toy Tuesday. And make sure to subscribe to my blog and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tuesday Toy. Bye guys!